It's been a while since I've seen the first Leprechaun movie. Gonna have to think long and hard about what happened in that film.
Fuck you, Lucky Charms.
Alright, it was nothing but serial references. And Jennifer Aniston was in it. And it had death by pogo stick. Plus, there was a fast motion tricycle scene. Actually, come to think of it, I remember a lot about that film. Especially seeing how the first one was reviewed by Fat Snob with hair, clearly making him a different person. The first Leprechaun made enough of a profit that 1 year later in 1994, we got Leprechaun 2. This time, he's in the city. Fools! You're supposed to wait until part 8 to do that! Lord knows where you would put the space entry. This time luck has nothing to do with it. Probably why this one didn't do very well. Not only is Leprechaun 2 a St. Patrick's Day movie, but also a Valentine's Day movie, as he searches Los Angeles for someone to be his bride. Naturally, Bride of Leprechaun would be the most obvious alternate title. Too bad the alternate title it has is One Wedding and Lots of Funerals. Oh, sure, that reference will be just as obvious as it was in 1994. And why does it also look like it's a porno spoof of the movie? The film only has Warwick Davis returning from the original, which means they could not get Jennifer Aniston back, but they got the next best thing, Jack Klompus from Seinfeld, the second sexiest sitcom star of the 90s. Who in the hell had enough faith in the first film to make a sequel? Great. That's just great. As the movie opens with stock footage showing us a backstory, sometimes you just know when a movie's gonna have a lot of tilted camera angles.
Scream as you might. If you try to escape, you'll be dead on this night.
These Batman movies are focusing too much on the villains. The Leprechaun has caught his slave, who seems rather okay with this.
I'm 1,000 years old. I can claim me bride.
Okay, so I guess he's marrying the opening credits since they don't seem to be going away. He knows who his bride is gonna be if she sneezes 3 times. That's why he's gonna search for a bride in the Midwest come harvest season. He may be searching for a bride and a slave, but he doesn't have to be so pervy about it. This is like watching a direct sequel still have Italian knockoff Troll 2 vibes. But bad news.
The girl, she's my daughter.
Yeah, she was born when I was 3. Damn, times were different back then. Guess this is enough to defeat the Leprechaun for now, so he's gonna return to bang her offspring.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Whatever, I'm safe. I'll be long dead when you come back. That's their problem. Oh, and he can disappear now. This movie has such a distinct should be premiering on Cinemax vibe to it that it's directed by Rodman Flender, a name that sounds like a Skinemax name, and he also directed a Skinemax movie. The credits here are very important. Here we find out it was the Leprechaun who sunk the Titanic in Ireland. Life couldn't be more simple in 1994 Los Angeles when we could just kill a day watching Sister Act 2 in the theaters because it was a better alternative than Leprechaun 2. Our hero is Cody, who runs a scam horror house tour. And the more this movie goes on, the less surprising it is.
Maybe you should try Disneyland. It's probably more your speed.
Now listen, sport, are you saying that...
Of course Clint Howard is in this. The real twist would have been if Clint Howard wasn't in this movie. And this is what Lucy does when she vacations away from Twin Peaks? I don't know about this fake tour.
Are you interested in the uncut, uncensored truth about Hollywood's dark side?
I doubt it. That guy looks like Harvey Weinstein. This seems legit. Hop in the back of this hearse so I can drive you around LA. Don't give the bone collector any ideas. It was easy to be a serial killer back then. Unfortunately, his driver Morty is drunk because, well, St. Patrick's Day.
Do we have a deal? Your family will thank you.
People never realize how easy it is to get money off dead bodies in a bar. And you can't give him shit for being drunk. Today is a free pass.
What the hell is that?
Red Special Rye. Cola and water. You've had enough.
Thanks, baby Huey in human form. By all means, guys, take your time. It's not like you have people crammed in the back of your car. I guess if they're dead, at least they're already in a hearse.
Morty, you really are plastered. There's almost $300 here.
We'll give it to our dead customers' families. Who doesn't like $300? Cody's on again, off again girlfriend is Bridget. Hey, that's opening scene girl. She's got it the worst. She has to join Cody on his tour where he plays Count Von Bad 90s Hair. Can't wait to see what the first stop is.
My husband is sick, but he ain't dead. Get that creepy ass vehicle off of my...
Is Medea in every Lionsgate movie? Well, at least she washed their car for them. Sometimes there's people who would be turning into zombies in any other movie. Somewhere along the way, somebody's gonna get poop thrown at him. And then the leprechaun brings forth a whiskey bottle into a tree, which brings him back into present time. Just like in Ernest Scared Stupid. I don't remember the first one ending with him being thrown in a tree outside of LA. Something tells me this is a different leprechaun. First on the agenda, rip the man's gold tooth out because he collects gum disease. He's just inventing new powers here. He can summon novelty chocolate from a costume shop. Our heroes have a very important first stop.
Ian.
Bridget, I'm glad you could make it.
They had to pick up their love triangle. Oh man, I hope she ends up with a super jealous guy who drags her around on his haunted tour scam and who can't even obey street laws. Yeah, just send him home with me, officer. It'd be much worse if I were driving.
I can only release him to his parents.
Right? He's only 26. Meanwhile, the leprechaun has a new gig of sidewalk chalk art and stealing more gold. There was probably an easier way to get that ring off. Here's to another night of masturbating to pictures of my ex and envisioning her in old movies that I'm watching.
Bridget?
The leprechaun fights 90s LA and padding. Little do they know there's a more interesting movie going on in Predator 2. Not like the other date is going any better.
I get it. You're just a tease.
We'll tease this.
The more this movie goes on, the more I think she should be marrying the leprechaun. Now the leprechaun can create illusions of people that they want to bang and get them naked. Teleportations, creating tree branches, telekinesis. How is anyone going to defeat him in this? He needs to perfect his powers a little more though, since Bridget doesn't have the same skin tone as her body double. Ian is then killed by blue balls.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
St. Patrick's Day is the only day where it's okay for you to picture a leprechaun while you're having sex. Worse yet, Cody's back, and he probably stole these from a hospital bed.
They're beautiful.
Not as beautiful as you.
Classic. I'm not sure Bridget is into this.
Yeah?
I can never stay mad at you.
She says, looking pissed.
Maybe she put those in another room or something.
It's not the flowers, but even if it was, it doesn't matter because I love them.
She says with a look of hate. Yes, thank God, strangle the bastard. Leprechaun is Warwick Davis's best hero.
Who are you? How'd you get in here?
That's for the bad line reading. Next time he'll drop a safe on your head. I don't know. If he wants to marry her, he's coming on awfully strong. Even Beetlejuice would tell him to tone it down. And once again, the leprechaun is too powerful here.
Bridget!
See? Even the movie agrees with me. On the plus side, he's made the most of living inside of a tree. This place looks familiar. Definitely getting some Troll 3 Quest for the Mighty Sword vibes. This is the last Leprechaun movie that showed theatrically, which is surprising because the closest this movie came to showing in Springfield was our theater had the poster in its lobby for a while. It's gonna get extra horrifying when she finds out she's running through the Jolly Green Giant's colon. Even if he turns her into a burrito and eats her.
I'm going to have to make a few alterations. You should be able to bear a full litter.
Great, he's gonna stuff her with kittens. I think he may be a little obsessed with money. This is before Goldfinger taught him it's much easier to just paint the women. Unfortunately, he's pissed off that his gold coin is missing. Taken by a bastard thief. He needs that coin to play Cruise in Exotica. He's about to master the Ireland level. That's one of the secret levels. But first...
Kiss me. I'm Irish.
Still a better kisser than Cody. Cody's breath smells like old PB crisps. How do you not have a power that just summons the coin to you? You have a power that summons business cards. You think that you've cleaned up the caves once Leatherface moves out, but then a leprechaun moves right in. If I'm gonna die, I'm going out with a stone massage. You know what would help them? Watching Beastmaster 2 through the portal of time. It's practically the same movie, only with a few more sitcom jokes.
The cops are looking for you every place.
A leprechaun did it.
Maybe I should call the cops.
Classic Clumpus. Best find out exactly what these Ewoks are capable of.
Look, leprechauns are devious creatures. They're conniving. It says here they live by trickery, even get pleasure out of it.
Nice to know you're getting your exposition from my grandpa's racist Twitter account. We got plenty of time before he shows back up.
I don't know what you saw, but leprechauns don't exist.
What's that you say?
How long were you standing there? Were you waiting for one of them to question your existence? All the powers he has, good to know he can be set back by a bookshelf falling on him, and his iron allergy. Good, I'll throw my Iron Eagle VHS collection at him. Positive note, the movie has convinced me that Sandy Barron should have been the hero in much more horror films.
I know what I'm doing.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get a drink.
He could definitely drink Jason Voorhees under the table. And here's another cameo that's not the least bit surprising.
Yo, man, want me go?
You're drunk, asshole! The bad Santa set is 2 blocks south of here. But stick around for our hilarious sight gags. What was that conversation like? Hey, Tony, get this. The urinal is too high. Now follow along with me on this. Figures, I go out every St. Patty's Day and end up with the bar leprechaun. Stupid beer goggles.
Have I mentioned that I want me go?
Like 100 times. Although it does start a drinking challenge.
I can handle me drink.
This is the quietest bar I've ever seen on St. Patrick's Day, and that's with the trash talk.
Drink what you want. Drink what you're able. If you're drinking with me, you'll be under the table.
Don't let him talk to you that way, Bertle Cut. I see the room has been cleared out. Must be last call at 9 p.m. Get the fight in fast. Oh, come on. The Pied Piper by Crispy and St. Peter's was right there. Anyway, Bridget figures out a way that she'll pay the leprechaun off by selling this old bottle of Guinness on eBay. Meanwhile, the man from another place is shit-faced while Lucy is gone. And he's stuck in a Mad TV sketch.
I prefer cash, but maybe you're a little short.
The leprechaun gets to do what we've all wanted for years, witnessing the death of annoying recurring characters from Mad TV. Once again, plenty of time before the leprechaun shows up.
You may think this line is getting old, but believe me,
So he can just appear anywhere, I guess. Much like the laugh track.
I've got 60 hours of combat training.
Should have had 65.
More scenes of Morty were apparently added during the movie's reshoots. Smartest thing this series has ever done. Where's your teleportation power now that you're trapped in an iron safe? Then he drops the safe on Cody's head for bad line reading. Thankfully for the leprechaun, Morty gets stupid, locks Cody in the closet so he can get 3 wishes. This seems like the kind of wish master who wouldn't turn your wishes against you.
Get it out of me!
Oh God, Morty! Morty, no!
That's what you get for wishing for a bowl of delicious popcorn. If he can still be alive with a pot of gold in his stomach, surely he could survive anything. Can I have my wish now? Can you not kill off the best character? Why would I care about this movie anymore? You're under arrest, pal. Ain't no way I'm rooting for you over Morty. The leprechaun could just watch Cody being arrested and summon his coin back, but... We rented a race car and goddammit, we're gonna use it. Just ditch the coin and bring cash. Aladdin's castle will let you in. Still wish Morty was here.
I'm gonna save Bridget! And then I'm gonna get you!
What are you gonna do, tantrum him to death? Or say more shitty one-liners?
Have you had your iron today?
You said that to no one, and if you did, they would have properly booed you. Boo! Maybe if I just fuck him, he'll go away.
How could you leave a bride on her wedding night?
You're taking us both for fools. I hear awkward music. Cody must be nearby. I didn't add that soundtrack. The dude is so 90s that he's bringing forth incidental music from the heights. Anyway, the leprechaun can possess skeletons now. St. Patrick's Day really has the best haunted houses. Oh no, you broke his arm! And he broke the cameraman too.
Bridget!
Cody!
Are you alright? What has he done to you?
He's possessed the cameraman, and from the looks of it, I don't know if the leprechaun has a degree in cinematography. Plus, he's a bald loser. Go review a leprechaun movie. Oh, this is so intense.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
Let's try this one. Deja vu.
This is the next 5 hours of the movie. Oh, come on, you don't need to turn into Bridget and then turn back into the leprechaun to stab Cody. Your powers could just blow his head off. And I think they may have screwed up some of the punctuation in the script.
He's dead?
Are you asking me? I didn't write this movie.
It's over? It's really over?
Look, lady, I'm just watching the movie. Ask the director. So many powers of the leprechaun and defeated by iron rod stabbing. And defeated by downing at least 10 Irish car bombs. Now they can be awkward without a killer leprechaun.
How did you know it wasn't me you gave the coin to before?
He kisses differently than you.
His kisses were way better, plus he likes being on top. Even the movie seems like it wants to end a little too soon. How is it that the real ending credits are more awkward than the fake one I put in earlier? There's plenty of reasons to do a lot of drinking while watching this film. After all, it is the only Leprechaun movie to actually take place on St. Patrick's Day. Plus, woof, the movie only made $2 million at the box office, but granted, it only opened in 252 theaters. But this was at a time when low box office didn't mean we couldn't get a boatload more sequels. Originally, the heroes of the film were to be carried over to the next movie, but the idea was ditched when Leprechaun 3 was immediately thrown into production. Oh man, no Cody and Bridget? Oh man! The lack of Sandy Baron would have made me not interested anyway. So 1 year later, we got Leprechaun 3. Maybe it'll take advantage of Vegas like this one did LA, which is not much at all. It's the Jason Takes Manhattan school of let's just shoot in some dark corners. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, unless the video gets removed by Lionsgate, in which case, hey, it's back up now. Glad you're watching this on the 4th of July.
En mi potenza.